I love Atlanta. I can't wait to come out January 23rd of 2019 for this 4-hour interactive workshop. Now, in the topic of finance, sometimes 4 hours may seem like drudgery, but I'm going to bring so much value, a lot of energy, and let me just give you an example of some of the value. So let's just take the topic of tax, for example. What are some things I could do right now that you could put on the ground when this video is over to implement and save a boatload of tax? By the way, you can go back 3 years in the past, and if you've missed any tax deductions, well, especially like R&D credits, which if you deal with software whatsoever, or domestic production credits known as DPAD, maybe you had to do research and facts to be able to build some type of product or content. You can go back and get credits for 3 years in the past if you miss those. And you can amend returns anytime something's missed 3 years back. And let's say you're even selling internationally. You can set up an international sales corporation and move from ordinary income to capital gains. Well, where am I getting these kind of strategies from? It's called reclassification. Reclassification means we take active income like W-2 that has the highest tax possible and move it to passive, which can avoid self-employment tax, which is somewhere between 3.2 and 15.3%. A lot of strategy in there. Or the one I just used with the International Sales Corp, taking ordinary income and make it capital gains, that might cut it in half, or learn about how you can implement the pass-through deduction, which is the proper way to pay employees on something called 199A. Look how technical I'm getting. I just get geeked out about this. Then the third thing is taxable income to tax-free. How are you going to sell your business if you ever sell your business in the most tax-efficient manner? Learning about installment sales and caps trusts and charitable remainder trusts, which you can actually get a tax deduction and not pay taxes when it's sold because you're going to benefit a charity after your death, not while you're alive. You could still take income while you're alive off the full amount. And then finally, tax arbitrage. That just sounds really intelligent, but tax arbitrage means you spend $1, you get a lot more than $1 back in tax credits. So historical easements, if you can find a historical building in your neighborhood or where you're at, or you want to have a brick and mortar building, you can donate the historical facade of that building for tax credits, which means you never tear the building down, but you could still rent it out, you could still use it if you happen to be in real estate. For me, I just did this with buying artwork. I demonstrated it in my office, and then after 3 years, I donated it. For every dollar I spent, which was around 300 grand, I got $2.2 million total tax deduction, which was basically $2 of tax credit for every dollar I spent while I got to demonstrate it. So I can't wait to share that and a lot more. Like the Augusta rule, you're in Georgia, so the Augusta rule is pretty cool because one of the senators in Georgia said, hey, I want to rent out my home in Augusta, Georgia 14 days a year but not pay tax on it. That now benefits all of us. You can rent out your home to your business, write it off, but not have to claim that as income when the money comes in. So I just want to put so much money into your life and pocket. I love EO. I've been speaking at EO for a while now and have so many friends within EO, and it's impacted my life, from the things I've read from Vern and everything that way. So I look forward to this.